everybody what just happened with the gentleman that we're helping who has pancreatic cancer.
Hmm.
So we received it's one of our team members, Romero. We were at event about two weeks ago, and when we got home from the event, he sends me a message that him and his family are destroyed because his brother from the religion of Jehovah had been told that he's already going into stage 4 chemo cancer treatment. He's 69 years old and very weak, so he wasn't feeling like he can survive this. He was very scared. We start to there's a really bad echo back there. Gene, I think you got to mute Gene. So
Gotcha. Sorry.
with that, sorry, no, you're good, Gene. So with that said, when I called the family, that the gentleman had already started chemo. This was 3 days ago. He couldn't even raise his voice. He couldn't speak. He couldn't even come up to the phone. He started taking the tea. He started taking the product for the cancer protocol. This was less than 48 hours ago, so about a day and a half ago. Today I called because I wanted to speak with the wife and see how Mr. Gerardo is doing. And I hear the phone, and the gentleman picks up the phone, and I'm like, "Hello, who's this?" I'm like, "Is this the nephew?" He goes, "No, it's me, Gerardo." I'm like, "Weren't you? I thought you couldn't speak." He goes, "No, no, no. I told my wife today she can go ahead and take a shower and leave me alone." I mean, my voice cracks because today I woke up and I feel like I can speak. Today I woke up and I feel like I can actually do things that I couldn't do 2 days ago. And that's only been 2 days doing a full cancer protocol detox and taking the products correctly. And guys, it just takes your breath away knowing how someone like that in less than 3 days, it's already starting to uplift and change their life when they thought that there was nothing else coming through to help them whatsoever. So, yeah, David.
Great, great, great testimony.
Yes, it is. It takes everything away from us, and there's not a single dollar that can give us those type of emotions. So
Yeah,
I'll keep you
what
guys
amazes
updated.
me
I'll
is
have more because I'm gonna be up there this weekend, up in Georgia with his whole family and scanning them, and bringing them up to speed. So I'll send you some pictures, David.
right. What amazes me of the testimony is that I was actually speaking to him 3 days ago to explain how the product works, and he couldn't speak. He was saying,
That is correct.
He sounded just like
That
that,
is
guys.
correct, David. I get chills.
I get chills just listening to you saying that he can now speak 3 days
Well,
later.
wait until I call you tomorrow, because I'm gonna
Um,
call you sometime tomorrow, and I'm gonna have you on the phone with this gentleman. You're gonna get goosebumps
right,
everywhere
right,
in your body.
right. You know what really gets me is that I used to help my sister, taking her to cancer treatment. I took her to chemo every week, 3 times a week. And the beautiful thing about that is I got to learn a lot about the disease and to meet a lot of people. I met so many people that had different things, and I want you guys to know this. Every time I went, there's some people that I became friends with waiting in the waiting room. I would come back 2 weeks later and I would ask for that person, and they would say, "Oh, he passed away last week. Oh, that lady, she passed away 3 days ago. Oh, that gentleman can't come anymore because he's already about to die." And I remember that for 4.5 years, I would hear about all the people that just they weren't there anymore. And the one thing that I noticed that it's one of the most worst, strongest, and I would say most difficult things to get over is the pancreatic cancer. And the pancreas, that's the one that really, when you have that, it's a very, very, very slim chance. If you catch it early, you can do something. And this gentleman called us and he said he had stage 4, and stage 4 cancer is advanced. But he was just given a quick diagnosis. Maybe he had stage 3. I don't know. But the reality is, I said, listen, in the name of God, in the name of Jesus Christ, just take this product Take the product and we'll see what happens. And, I'm so happy, Dion, that, 3 days ago you gave me this testimony. I feel like my mission just got completed, just by being in that conversation.
I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Back to buy later.
Very, very, very special. All right. Okay. So guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Before I get started, I just want to say hello to Benny. Benny, how are you, sir? Benny Zuki is probably busy. I know it feels like we've been gone forever, doesn't it? But it hasn't been that long. It's only been 1 week. It's only been 1 week, but you know what? I miss everybody. I love you all. I honor you. I respect you. I've been gone, but you know what? I'm here, and that's why we're doing this one more time. Now, tomorrow, I will do the training again, and then I fly out at midnight. So I will still be doing the training tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get this started. For those of you that are brand new, our company is called Vitalhealth. And we don't do a lot of the pompous stuff and the rah rah rah. And let me introduce this guy David and talk really good about him. For those of you that are new, we bypass all that because you know what? This is not about me. It's about you. And you know what? In fact, it's also about everybody that you know. It's about all the people that you connect with in your life, all the people in your communities. And there's several different communities in your life that you can actually impact with this product. And we're just so happy to be able to be the ones to present it to all of you. Anybody can do this. Anybody that would really like to do one of two things, which is one, help people get better in any condition they may be dealing with, right? Whether it's cancer, tumors, fibromyalgia, lupus, heart issues, diabetes, high blood pressure, any one of these issues, on down to the common cold. And the reality is that our products work and they work really well at a very high level, at a very high grade. The company is called Vitalhealth and it's breaking records. It's actually crossing all different kinds of boundaries because of the science and the technology behind the company's products. Dr. Tony Rodriguez is the one that's responsible for the formulation of his products, who actually did something really great. He created in his products now what's called nanotechnology. And now there's something called BGB, which is actually a even far greater technology, which reduces everything to a water-soluble molecule, meaning to say when you take that, it goes straight into your bloodstream and it helps you tremendously. But at the end of the day, it's all herbs. It's like eating a leaf of lettuce or a tomato. It's just all herbs and it works so well, so fast. They just happen to be the highest grade herbs in the world that are actually dedicated to help different systems in the body. And, Dr. Tony got really famous for creating this, and he created this company called Vitalhealth. And Vitalhealth was founded back in February 22 of 2022. We're talking about 2/2/22. And, it's just so amazing for all of you to know that right now it's a perfect time. It's a perfect timing to actually get involved in this company. A lot of companies that are out there that are involved in working with people in the community, and whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales, or whatever you want to call it, right? But any kind of marketing, a lot of companies that are out there usually go through this very same model of growth. And these are actually called the 4 stages of growth, which is basically there's always a formulation stage. When things begin, everything is at the bottom and you start, and then from there you start to take off. And in years, of course, right, you begin to get success. This company has broken all the records. As a matter of fact, it's gone through its frame. Now, our company was founded by these 4 gentlemen. The company has 4 founders. All 4 of them play a vital and important role in the company. If you have ever done this kind of business before, I want you to know that this kind of company is one of those companies that it's a little different than the others. And I got to say this because these people don't take a check. They don't cash a check every week as owners of the company from the company. They actually make the money from the distribution. Each one of these owners actually have taken on the responsibility of being distributors of their own company. So to speak, they've actually are putting their money where their mouth is. And they're going to do this themselves for their check. So each one of them has a leg within the company that they work so that they can actually produce and work with a lot of leaders all over the world. And you know what? I just happen to be lucky, right? And that I was introduced to this by the main one, which is his name is Alex Reynoso. He's right here. I am directly signed up with Mr. Alex Reynoso. He's a very awesome gentleman. He's a tremendous, tremendous person. Mr. Reynoso is the one that started this whole thing. He had some different businesses in Mexico when he moved out there, when he married his wife. And then he started buying more businesses. And one of them was a manufacturing company that created products for others on a private label basis. And then along the way in 2019, his father-in-law got sick. And during COVID, which is when that was, you had to bring a doctor to pull that person out of a hospital. So they called this guy named Dr. Tony Rodriguez to help them because they heard that Dr. Tony Rodriguez was able to cure people from many different diseases. And it's amazing that when Dr. Tony came, he was able to take that gentleman home. And of course, with all his treatment, this person was able to live 1 year and a half more. He got a year and a half more of life thanks to Dr. Tony. Obviously, the gentleman was beyond his 70s, way past his 70s, almost 80, and he passed away from something completely different. But you know what? He didn't have that condition anymore. He actually got saved by Dr. Tony. Now, you might ask Dr. Tony if he cures anything. He'll tell you, David, our company doesn't cure anything. We just nourish the people back to health, which is what he did with Alex's father-in-law. So when that gentleman passed, Alex asked Dr. Tony, what are you going to do with your products? And they said, well, we're going to create, some pharmacies all over the country. I said, no. Alex said, let's create a company and let's create a company that can go all over the world because your products work. And amazingly so, the products do. They work really, really fast. They work within half an hour, 1 hour, in some cases 24 hours, and it helps so many people. And you were just listening to a testimony that was just so powerful. Dr. Tony really got it right, and this is why the company is growing so fast. Of course, they needed money, so they sought the help of these two fine gentlemen here, Alberto Beretta and Gustavo Beretta. They're here right now in the same city that I'm in Colombia. I did not know they were going to be here until 2 days ago because they just announced it out of the blue. But they're not. They're going to be not too far from me. I can't be there. I have to leave. I have to go back home tomorrow. But these guys are awesome. I wish I could stay and spend the weekend with them. But you know what? It's going to be an amazing, amazing weekend here with these two guys. They brought their money and they put their money into this company, and the four of them created Vitalhealth. It is a company that was founded in Mexico, and it is a multinational company. It's all over the world. It's got over 500 employees all over the world, right? It also has a lot of growth and development happening right now with a lot of innovation within the product lines themselves. It's a company that also has all the different certifications and, of course, all the approvals by all the certifying bodies of each country. For instance, the United States certifies all the products with the FDA. Same thing, they have an approval with them. And of course, here in Colombia, they have a certifying body called NVIMA. NVIMA has already certified and approved them. So the company has all of that going on, as well as its own laboratories. 4 laboratories out of 8 different buildings, and they're creating products every single day. And they're able to produce products in the millions on a weekly basis to supply the world. So that's why this is one of the most interesting companies that I have ever worked in, because I've worked in companies that are usually like in the US and Mexico and a few other countries. These guys have taken it to the next level, and it's just amazing. And they're allowing us to go right along with them and help them in every country that we can. I just got back from Haiti. From Haiti, I went to Dominican Republic. From Dominican Republic, I flew here to Medellin, Colombia, and I've been working here these past 3 days. Now I got to go back to California, and from there, I've got to do other things all over the US. So it's amazing. It's amazing, but you know what is exciting? And this is not just for me. This is for you too. If you're looking at this, and this sounds like something that you can probably get into and be interested in, I would love for you to seriously, think about it, talk to the person that invited you, let them know. I mean, because any one of you can travel and get this done. If you know people in different parts of the world, this company is everywhere. And of course, if those folks get to work, you might have to go over there and help them. So, the company basically has a very simple question. The question is this, and this goes for everybody all over the world, is how are you protecting yourself? How are you actually protecting yourself, right? From all the daily stress that we're going through. Stress isn't unique to a country. And I've noticed this because I'm flying all over the place. And, stress comes by the television, by the social media on the phones, by the family members, by the jobs that we have. And just stress just comes. And, they've even named a sickness after stress called oxidative stress, which is actually very interesting, where you actually start oxidizing on the inside at a cellular level in your organs, and all of a sudden they begin to fail. And this is something recently discovered. So you need to protect yourself from that. How are you protecting yourself from pollution? There's so much pollution. And as I say, I'm traveling in different places and I can smell it. I can see it. I was so sad, right, to know that there's people still burning trash in the street because some of our governments are not owning up to that responsibility. And just to let in the trash is plastic, and plastic is not meant to be burnt so you can smell it. And I know that people that are close to that are failing in the inside, so we need to help them. We need to provide them a solution with a product that is a supplement that can help them so they can improve their health on the inside. Also, herbicides and pesticides from all the different fruits and vegetables that we eat, are everywhere. And of course, chemicals, right, to actually preserve the foods that we eat. So we need to protect ourselves from that. But of course, there's the time issue. We don't have a lot of time. We don't have enough time. We don't have time, therefore, we buy to eat whatever we can in the streets. Not to say that eating fast food is wrong or bad. It's just that when you do it on a daily basis, because of the lack of time, the fast food turns to catch up with you because it's not giving you the right nutrition so that your body can actually stay healthy. And then, of course, the big one, lack of sleep. How are you protecting yourself from that? Many of us go to sleep or we lay down on the bed, we close our eyes, and we're not really fully asleep. Our body repairs ourselves while we are in a REM state sleep. We're completely out, and that's when we repair. And as we do that, the body takes different parts and elements from all of our body to repair whatever is wrong anywhere. It takes out the trash, just like we do in our house. It takes out the trash and it throws things out. And of course, it does it through number one and number two, and unfortunately, if we're not sleeping properly or the right number of times or the right hours during the day, of course, we're not giving the body enough time to actually reconstruct itself. And, because of that, a lot of us we owe our bodies sleep to the point where we're just backed up with not enough repair. Of course, we get older and then our bodies fail. So how are you protecting from that? Well, let me tell you, our company has a very simple solution. And we ask people that question, and usually they answer, well, what if we eat a little better? Maybe. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work most of the time, not today, because things have changed. There's literally studies that have been done between 1950 and 1921, I'm sorry, 2021, whereby it has been said that a lot of our fruits and vegetables that we eat have actually reduced in, of course, all their nutrition. If you were to eat an orange back in 1980 and before, you would have gotten all the vitamins and minerals and nutrition your body needed. But today, you would have to eat 8 oranges to get the same amount of vitamins and nutrition, and minerals that you need for your body. 8 oranges. But if you did that, you'll end up probably with diabetes or something with a lot of sugar in your body. But it's not just the oranges, it is also the vegetables. It's also all the other fruits. The carrots are lacking by 40% in vitamin B, 10% in iron. The apples are lacking in 22% in vitamin A, 50% in iron. The tomatoes are lacking 50% in vitamin C. Imagine, or 80%, I'm sorry, 80%. The tomatoes have gone down in vitamin C. That's an amazing number. And we use tomatoes all the time. All of us do. And not to say that eating any of these fruits and vegetables is wrong. It's just that they don't have enough nutrition that we need to actually supplement our bodies. So what can we do? Well, we have to find a supplement that can help us in many different areas of the body. Our company covers all your vital organs and every different system of your body. And that's one of the beautiful things of Vitalhealth. It actually has the solution for what I'm talking about. And of course, it does it through a very specific technology called nanotechnology. You see, this is where I get to speak to you about Dr. Tony. Dr. Tony is the key to this whole thing. Dr. Tony is a doctor that became a doctor because his mother died of arthritis and his father died of diabetes. First, his mom died when he was 16, 15, 16, 17. And then he actually helped her as she was actually sick from her rheumatoid arthritis. It was so bad, she slept standing up on the corner of a room. And then, of course, eventually she passed away. His father died because first, when he had diabetes, they cut off his toe, then they cut off his foot, then they cut off his leg. And then a year later or 6 months later, they cut off the 2 fingers on his left hand. When the doctor kept cutting things off, his father got really depressed and very sick. And then, of course, he passed away. So that's what impulsed Dr. Tony to become a doctor in the first place, back when he was 19 years old. Along the way, he lived his life. He married his wife, had some kids. But when he was 26, 27, he remembered his promise. He said to himself when he was 19, I'm going to go to school, become a doctor, and learn how to combat these two diseases and help people just like my mother and father. Dr. Tony went to work, went to school, and he learned a lot. He actually went to the deep south of Mexico and became a naturopath medicine doctor. In the deep south of Mexico, in an area called Chiapas, in the jungles, where there is no hospitals, there is no clinics, there is just jungle. And of course, a lot of people that cure others with herbs. So that's where he learned his trade and his passion for helping people with herbs. As a matter of fact, Dr. Tony did so well, he brought that science and technology to his city called Hermosillo, and he created a clinic, and the clinic became very famous. And then he opened up a second clinic, and then it became more famous, and then he became opened up a third clinic. And by now, he had people coming to him from Australia, from Europe, from the United States, and from different parts of the country, in Mexico and South America, to get cured in his clinics from any disease. And like I said, Dr. Tony will tell you best, I don't cure anybody. I just nourish people back to health because that's all our products do. But the amazing thing is that the science that he has put together in each one of his capsules and all of the different products helps people in a very fast way because of a system that he created. And not just that, Dr. Tony has really put together something special, which is called nanotechnology. He learned this from a Japanese gentleman that brought the technology to the US about 7 to 10 years ago. And when he started creating all his products from the extract powder into nanotechnology, that's when his success became more radiant. As a matter of fact, you take the products, they go into your stomach, they penetrate the walls of your stomach immediately, your large intestine, your small intestine, and they go into your bloodstream, and then they navigate through your body and they go into the different organs and they start to actually work and then reconstitute each one of those organs and systems. It's a very, very unique thing that he did. As a matter of fact, the science is there and it's proven. And just by the testimonies alone that you've been hearing, it's actually something that we're so proud of. And of course, this is available to every single one of us. And of course, it's validated by all the different, proving bodies of different countries that actually certify the products to go into the countries. For instance, we have the FDA for the USA, and of course, in Canada, we have the GMP that covers the Europe, the Good Manufacturing Practice seal of approval. We have COFEPRIS, which is for Mexico, and then Salud, which is also Central and South America. And then, of course, we have the no animals were actually killed in the lab testing because we're certified lab testers and also certification. There's no animals being used here. And of course, we have the INVIMA certification for Ecuador and the INVIMA for Colombia. And we're working on getting others in Central America like El Salvador and Nicaragua and also Guatemala. So the company is growing all over the place, and the certifying bodies are right now continuously evaluating every single one of the products that we're doing and inspecting the sites in Mexico in Hermosillo. And that's basically the nature of our success. Everything is being done right. Now, as I said, Dr. Tony has a system, the system which works tremendously. It works very fast. We actually have to do four things, which is one, detoxify the body, two, restore the body, three, nourish the body, and of course, awaken it throughout the week with a special beverage that you may like. As a matter of fact, the detox family, it's a very, very nice family because it's the one that everybody has to get started with. This family obviously is for everyone. Everybody has to detoxify. You see, when I went to visit Dr. Tony for the very first time, I saw him in his clinic. And of course, I visited him and I spoke to him while he was seeing patients. And it was so amazing for me to see the products in his office and the patients there at the same time. It's not like a doctor that is selling products, is selling something more or special or better to his clients, but then he created this thing to sell in this company, right? No, it's the same thing that we actually are taking, his clients are taking, and they have all the brunt of the testimonies over there of people all over the world. That's what really amazed me tremendously. Now, the system, the first one that we start with is actually the detoxify, which is actually really simple. You basically have to make this tea here called the detox tea. And the detox tea is done by boiling, I would say a pot of hot water, right? And you put a liter of water or, half a gallon or whatever. And then of course you bring it to a boil, but you have to do it at night. And then you put the tea bag in there when that water boils and you let it sit for 7 hours. And then the next day you move that tea, it's now concentrated, into a receptacle, whether it's plastic or glass, and you put it in your refrigerator and you drink that tea for the next 2 weeks instead of any other beverage you might drink. You want to substitute, the water you're drinking, any juices, any sodas. I would suggest you stop drinking sodas. But anything that you're drinking, just substitute it and just drink the tea for 2 weeks. It's going to cost you to actually go to the bathroom and evacuate everything, and it's going to help you clean out your stomach, your large intestine, and your small intestine. And as it does that, it's kind of like scraping the walls and making sure that everything comes out. And when you do that, you're going to feel a whole lot lighter. You're going to lose some weight. The fecal matter alone that you're going to be able to get rid of, it's going to be enough for you to notice some pounds that you're going to lose in weight. Not just that, but it's going to begin to activate different systems, including your immune system in your body. It's just great. At the same time, it is suggested for you to take the Vitarin for the kidneys, the Organex for the liver, and the Balance for the pancreas. You always want to take care of your liver, your pancreas, and of course your kidneys. Those are the most vital organs. The most important organ after the heart is the liver, and it is the only one that can actually regrow. No other organ does that. So if you're able to take care of your liver correctly with nutritional products such as Dr. Tony's products, which actually reconstitute the entire liver, you're going to be able to make a new liver, in time as you're taking these products. I asked Dr. Tony, after I take the tea for 2 weeks, do I stop taking these 3 capsules? He said, no. He says, how long do you want to live? I said, as long as I can. He goes, well, drink it as long as you can. Drink it forever. Because there's nothing better than actually supplementing something for your liver, kidney, and pancreas so you can always be at an optimum in your body. Now, Dr. Tony also has this product here called glutathione, which is actually a liquid which you put underneath your tongue, and it provides for you what's called the white blood cells. And the white blood cells are very necessary. As a matter of fact, those are the ones that go off and kill all the free radicals and different, viruses, different critters that are in your body, different microbes that are not good, that are actually causing havoc, and even some of your own cells that turn what's called radical, right? It kills it, and it actually helps you your immune system become a lot better. This is in liquid form. It goes under your tongue. You put it underneath your tongue, and then it goes straight into your body. Now, we also have this one called Nitro. Nitro is actually one of the only products that we have that has what's called a Nobel Prize, right? That was won by a doctor by the name of Luis Inato, who back in 1994 was able to actually win a Nobel Prize. And then by 1996, when he won a Nobel Prize, he wrote a book, and his book became one of the most famous top-selling books called No More Heart Disease, or No More Heart Disease. Basically, it's a book that tells you about how to not have any more heart attacks. And it's an amazing book, and not a lot of people know about it, or not a lot of people know more about Dr. Luis Inato, because what he discovered was nitric oxide gas and how its function is in the body, and it provides for you a lot of oxygen, but also it helps you widen all of your veins so that more blood can rush through your body. It's actually scientifically been discovered that if you have nitric oxide gas, you can increase, your blood circulation tremendously to where you can avoid having a heart attack for the rest of your life. You just got to take nitro. Our product has nitro, and this is actually a very amazing product. It's one of the ones that's the most darling to a lot of people because it has many functions. I am not going to be on this for very long because there's so much to say about each one of these products, but I just want to give you that so that if you're interested, speak to the person that invited you and have them give you more information and where to find more information about nitro and all these other wonderful products we're talking about. We also have Vital Boost, which is for your respiratory system, your lungs, your nose. If you have, a flu or cough, a drippy nose, you have allergies, anybody has lung issues, asthma, Vital Boost will help you get rid of it. In many cases, within half an hour. If you take 2 or 3. And by the way, if you take more than 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter because it's herbs. It's like eating a leaf of lettuce. It doesn't really matter. But the Vital Boost works really well. Of course, the Vital A is for nervousness, it's for neurasthenia. It's also for people that have anxiety and they can't sit still. Vital A relaxes the body and relaxes the person. So if anybody has that issue, please have them see how they can pick up some Vital A. The Vital is for the pain. This is the doctor that Dr. Tony created for his mother who died of arthritis. The Vital helps a lot of people with arthritis. It actually reverses the arthritic condition in the hands. People that are coming to see us that are their hands are like this, they begin to open up and they feel a whole lot better and their pain goes away. Also, the omega is awesome. The omega has as astaxanthin. The omega has real omega with real salmon fish. Wild caught salmon. It's not salmon that has been farmed. It's actually a very very strong potent formula of omega. It works almost instantly, and it produces a white blood cell called tricotinoid. I think that's what the translation is from Spanish to English. And this white blood cell kills the free radicals. So you have free radicals roaming in your blood. This white blood cell takes it, kills it, and dumps it out. So it's very good to have. As a matter of fact, my sister who had cancer, when she passed away, most of the time we took her to the doctor for chemotherapy, her free radicals were very high and her white blood cells were very low. If she would have had the omega and this one here called glutathione, and of course the glutathione in liquid, she would have been a whole lot better. As a matter of fact, both the liquid glutathione and this glutathione work the same way, except this one is a precursory. It actually, you take the capsule, and then of course it creates white blood cells in the body. The other one, you put it under your tongue and it instantly goes into your body and you put white blood cells in it. It's an amazing science. I love this too. Those two in combination are awesome. The Vasculex is for your blood. It's to help your bloods, your veins actually have vein health. A lot of people that have had, varicose veins and issues with hemorrhoids and problems with, protruding veins, the Vasculex helps relax all that and it helps a lot of the veins become more healthy. The V Control is for weight loss. It has an appetite suppressant in it. So if you know anybody that wants to lose weight, they should take the V Control. Of course, the Curcumax has curcumin with many other elements, and there's so many to speak of, but the Curcumax is awesome. It helps your immune system as well, but it also helps you reduce the inflammation in your body, as well as the Vitadol. So if you have somebody that's highly inflamed, if you give them these two, it's going to be, tremendous for them. And of course, the Fortiflora. I can't speak enough about the Fortiflora. As a matter of fact, we were just talking about this today. People that I'm talking to here in Colombia, they love this product. One of the ladies she's a nurse. She works here for the doctor that I visit. She was telling me that the Fortiflora saved her life. Basically, the Fortiflora is the one product that she's been taking that has completely changed her life because she always suffered from acid reflux. And, it was something that really, really, bothered her all the time. And then, of course, we have the Nourish Your Body side, which is actually pretty awesome. All these beverages are great. Right now, this is a water called Manantial. And in here, I have my B Daily. It is so delicious. I love the V Daily, especially with ice. This is actually ice cold. It is just so refreshing. But the V Daily is a great tasting beverage that Dr. Tony has come up with that has all the vitamins and minerals that your body will ever need. As a matter of fact, it has all the metals that your body needs, including all the amino acids that your body needs. When you have that combination in one drink, it is just amazing. As a matter of fact, this V Daily here, if you take it to a pharmacy and you ask them, when you turn it around and you ask the pharmacist, how much would it cost for me to buy each one of these things separately? The pharmacist will tell you between $300 to $500. But we buy it at a very, very, very low discounted price. So you're going to love it. It serves about 30 servings if you have 30 water bottles or 50 cups for people. So it's a lot in it, and you can drink this every single day. It's a tremendous product. I love it. We have the Vital Pro, and the Vital Pro is super special. I love this product. I can't speak enough about it, and mainly because of my sister. I remember taking care of her when she had cancer, that she wouldn't eat anymore after she went to chemo. And it really bothered me because I was taking care of her for 4 years, 4.5 years. And, I wanted to make her eat. I wanted, but I couldn't. Sometimes I'd take her to every fancy restaurant in the city. I would take her to eat Chinese, sushi. I would take her to eat Italian, whatever I could, just to help her eat, because I knew that after chemo, she didn't want to eat anymore. But you know what, though? It was so special for me to hear from Dr. Tony why he created Vital Pro. The Vital Pro is exactly for those people. And I'll tell you why. When you go to chemo after certain, treatments, you don't want to eat anymore because it makes your taste buds numb, and everything begins to taste like metal. So, you just don't want to eat. There's no taste for food. But if you drink the Vital Pro, it begins to nourish your body and it begins to awaken your taste buds and have them react again in such a way that you can now taste food. And it's just amazing because it gets the people with cancer to eat again so they can actually fortify themselves. So this Vital Pro is great. And this is the product that the gentleman that we were talking about earlier, who obviously gave us a testimony about the cancer patient with pancreatic cancer. This is the product that gentleman's been taking for these past few days that has really helped him a lot. It's amazing. It comes in vanilla and also in chocolate, which is called Nourish. They both do basically the same thing. They're a shake. It's actually a protein drink that really works well. For us who are healthy, we add a banana to either one of these two, and we can now call it a meal and basically supplement a breakfast or a lunch. But for, those folks that are super sick, for them, it is a meal by itself without the banana. So it's amazing. It's a really great product. And of course, we have the collagen, which is a very, very cool thing. I love the collagen. I'm not drinking the collagen because I am already done with it. My collagen. I have no more. I got to go find a way to get some more. But I drink it every day. The collagen is great. It helps so many parts of your body. Every part of your body needs collagen. And collagen is being sold in a lot of places now because it has been discovered that it's not only for just for actually making your skin look good on the outside, but your body great on the inside. And if you've ever been interested in losing weight, when you have collagen in the body, it is the trigger, or better yet, the match that heats up inside of your fat cells that helps you burn fat. I did not know that. I've been learning a lot about what collagen does. And you know what? Our collagen tastes terrific. It has a raspberry taste. It is so good. And of course, this bag also gives you 50 servings. So it's a lot, and when you actually buy it, you feel very satisfied. You don't feel cheated. This company does a great job of providing a lot of product to everyone at a very good price. And of course, we have performance, which is good for all those folks that are losing muscle or want to gain more muscle. Performance has creatine, and creatine in the body helps you build muscle. The more creatine you're taking, the more muscle you're building. And as you're building muscle, you're able to supplement the muscles that are in your body for the future. You see, when you go beyond 55 years of age, you begin to lose a lot of muscle, and that is why a lot of people become frail as they get older. That's why we need to actually supplement it with something that helps us, create more muscle. And this product performance does just that. And as you see here, it has a big watermelon in the bottom. It tastes like watermelon. It's very delicious. You're going to love it. And of course, these three products in the bottom are actually the kids' products. Those are the products that the company has provided for children. Any kid can take it, any child, okay? This one is a probiotic which has millions of colonies for kids, for their stomach, so that they can have a better gut health, as well as defense, which is actually for the defense of their body, for their immune system, and to help supplement that in a very big way. And then, of course, the Genius Shake, which is very similar to the Vital Pro with other elements in it that actually goes to work right away in the flora of the stomach to help the gut bacteria. You see, the doctors in the company, including Mr. Alex's wife, Ms. Carla Reynoso, who's actually one of the doctors that work with all the different bodies of doctors to develop these products, they did a 9-month study on these three products before they sold it. It is not necessary because this is a supplement, it's not a drug, but they did a 9-month clinical study anyway with many children and many families just to see how the product worked. And they have kids with autism, and these products are actually geared for kids with autism, ADD, ADHD, and Down syndrome. And the recovery that they showed was tremendous. As a matter of fact, in these 9 months, many of those kids that were 15, 16, and 17 that were studying in the first and second grade went from the first and second grade to the third and fourth grade, looking forward to being in the fifth grade. That's huge news for a mom that has a 16, 17-year-old still in the first grade. Guys, we're changing lives. And, I want you to know these three products here on the bottom are right now becoming the superstars because there's so many families and so many kids that are suffering from autism. Every single year, the number of autism cases is rising in many countries of the world because of the nutrition. And they're not really finding out what the true cause is. They're saying it's nutrition, but there's got to be more to it than that. And I just got to say, I'm happy that we have something that is reversing that effect with a product that Dr. Tony created, along with these doctors that actually studied this. And it's making a huge difference in many families. So if you have any autism, please have them take the products for the kids. Now, we also have some beverages that are great to awaken your body. I know that a lot of you love coffee. You see, water is number one in the world. That's the number one beverage everybody drinks. Number two in the world is coffee. Number three is tea. Now, the coffee can be drank every single day. And of course, we can actually have many different types of coffee, coffee by itself, coffee with cream, coffee with sugar only, or coffee with cream and sugar. It just depends on what your taste is. So you can do that with these products because they're all, instant and black. The only one that's actually creamed here, it's this one here called the Latte Cafe, but we call our coffees coffee with a purpose. The Latte Cafe, the purpose of it is to give you a complete balance in your entire body. As a matter of fact, this Latte Cafe goes to work right away. It has 10, not just one, 10 of the top mushrooms in the world. I used to work for a company that sold something called a reishi mushroom, right? Organoderma, and it was just one mushroom in coffee. We did very well with that company. But you know what though? This coffee has 10 mushrooms, not one. It has the reishi, it has the shiitake, maitake, it has the cordyceps, lion's mane, it has also the chaga. I mean, I can go on and on. It has so many different uh, mushrooms that actually give you a complete health, a balance of health in your body, because all of these mushrooms are actually created to actually increase your immune system and help you in your body overall. It's just amazing. Now, the next one is actually the purpose of losing weight, which is actually the thermal cafe. This coffee actually creates what's called thermogenesis in your body. It begins to heat up inside and it begins to, lift or create heat. And that heat begins to burn fat at a cellular level inside each one of your organs. And then, of course, if you're doing some exercise, you're doing some cleaning around the house, vacuuming or washing dishes, whatever, you're going to be losing weight by actually sweating, and you're going to start to sweat on the outside. And basically, this is what this coffee provides. I have it every day before I go to the gym when I'm back home, and I won't be back home after tomorrow. So I'll be back at the gym and I'll be drinking my thermal cafe in the mornings. Yes. And then, of course, we have the Love Cafe. The Love Cafe is actually a great tasting coffee. All of these taste really terrific, but this coffee here is actually made with 4 aphrodisiacs that actually work and they actually help the body by giving you a lot of vital energy. Now, it actually translates into sexual energy, I guess, if you want to call it that, because these 4 aphrodisiacs are very powerful, but it's not necessarily used for that. As a matter of fact, a lot of the people that we talk to, we let them know it's just vital energy. But if you're going to use that energy for, a sexual activity, of course, go right ahead. It's actually meant for that because it has Tongkat Ali from Malaysia. It has the maca root from Peru. It also has the shilajit from the Himalayas. And of course, it has the long jack root, which is called the ginseng. All right, it's a big ginseng root. All these products actually together combined create a very potent love cafe. Now, it's used more for the reproductive system than anything else, and it's actually what it's known for the most. It helps both men and women. It helps women with their menstrual cycle. It helps women with the health of their fallopian tubes, their ovaries, their womb. And of course, it regulates the period and it just does so many wonderful things. It gets rid of the pain, it gets rid of the colic, it gets rid of, all the different problems that come premenstrual and postmenstrual. As a matter of fact, it's really a lot of reports on what this product has done for many women. But I gotta say that it also works on men primarily. It works on men in the prostate and it reduces inflammation in the prostate gland and it helps repair the prostate. So my testimony is this one. This is the very first thing I took. This is the only product I was left with when I started the company, and I took it for 2 weeks. And I was not going to the bathroom the way I should be. As a matter of fact, I was going to the bathroom, but I was peeing like a trickle. I wasn't peeing strongly like before. Usually men go to the bathroom and they make huge noises, right? It sounds like a water hose when you go to the bathroom. It wasn't happening like that for me anymore after 55. And unfortunately, it made me very sad and self-conscious. And I told my wife about it when I joined this company. This is the product that I took for 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, I went to the bathroom one night and there it was. And the noise came back. wife, listen, you know what? I'm back. I'm peeing normal again. And it was just so amazing to me to know that this product worked with me like that. It's amazing. And I always make a little bit of emphasis here about the coffee because this product can save a lot of lives. You guys have no clue how many men are suffering from prostate issues. And men are so macho. We're too like macho. I'm a man. I'm not going to tell you anything that's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I'm okay. It's not true. It's not true. A lot of men are suffering and they're suffering silently. And it's time that we all kind of like share and talk to people and let them know that there's a solution. And it's as simple as drinking a cup of coffee a day. I drink two. Sometimes the Love Cafe, I drink three or four. I just love the taste. So please get out there and talk to as many people as you can. If you actually have the right question, and that question would be, what are you dealing with medically? Is there a condition that you're dealing with, something that may be wrong with you that I can help you with? Because you now have that license to speak like that. This company will back you up when they say, yeah, you know what, I have a little bit of a prostate issue. Or yeah, you know what, I haven't peed in a long time correctly. Or somebody might say, I've been constipated. I haven't gone to the bathroom for, you know, 4 days. There's people that don't go to the bathroom. You can give them our tea and they'll go to the bathroom tomorrow or tonight. So it's kind of like something that we need to do. We must do. It's not just that we could do it and make money. We must do it. We must help as many people as we can. There's also the Neuro Cafe. The Neuro Cafe is great for the brain. It's a nootropic cafe. It has all the vitamins, minerals, and amino acids also in it that go straight to the brain and helps relax your brain. It gives you mental clarity and you feel really smooth. That's the best word I find for it. You feel smooth when you drink this coffee. You feel nice, and you don't feel like, jittery or anything like that. And, in some cases, people feel relaxed. They want to go to sleep. It's just a really cool tasting cup of coffee. And of course, we have the V Energy. The V Energy is great because it has a lot of energy in it. The V Energy helps, provide for you kind of what the Red Bull, the Monster, all these energy drinks do in the store, except it doesn't have the palpitation. It doesn't have all the danger where you can have a heart attack. You can drink the whole V Energy bottle right there and nothing will ever happen to you. All you'll be is just very energetic the whole day. As a matter of fact, this V Energy tastes very delicious. It tastes like mango. It's a very, very soothing taste. It tastes really good. And a lot of people are swearing by it. They love it. And basically, that's basically all of our products. We have a few more that just came out. And, these products that just came out are going to be announced next week on the new presentation. They're going to be sending me the new presentation by Friday, and we're going to formulate it for both English and Spanish. And we will include the other new products that are out both for men and women. You will be amazed to know that that product came out 2 weeks ago, and we have hundreds of testimonies already of people that just bought it a week ago, and they're like, "Oh my God, this thing has completely changed my life." But anyway, we'll talk about those new ones on the next week because we're going to add it to the presentation. But I just got to let you know that we also have the right tools. If you're looking at this for the very first time, somebody invited you to check out this opportunity. A lot of companies fail by the number or lack of tools that they have for the field. We are in the field and we're working and we need things to help us. If you're not that astute or you're brand new and you don't know how to answer things, this tool can really come in handy. It's called Vital Intelligent Assistant. The Vital Intelligent Assistant is actually an AI robot that will answer any question you may have regarding the products, regarding the pay plan, regarding the company, regarding policies and procedures, or anything that you might be thinking about that you need to know, especially if you're in someone's house. If you're in someone's house right now and you want to show them this presentation, you just got to go to the AI. It's actually www.bot.vitalhealthglobal.com, and it'll take you on a redirect to the actual site. And on the bottom, you just type in on the bottom, can I please have the presentation of the company? And boom, this is the presentation that shows up. When this presentation shows up, then of course you start speaking and you just read what you see and that's it. It's very simple. We also have a tool called the scanner. This is the advanced AI scanner. This scanner is actually, it's actually a quantum bioelectrical scanner, which actually scans you quantumly, right, by reading your finger to tell you exactly how you're doing in 45 different areas of your body. Each one of those areas tells you the story about how your body is operating in high and lows. Basically, if you're too high in something or too low in something, it'll tell you. And what that basically means is you need to actually fix that. It doesn't tell you you're sick. It doesn't tell you you have a disease or you're wrong or something's wrong with you or you need to go to the hospital. It doesn't say any of that. It just gives you highs and lows. And at the end, it gives you a recommendation as to what you should take from this company to improve that area. It's an amazing tool to have. This is not something we make money from. The company actually sells it to people for $300 and anybody can buy it. And of course, the machine itself has an explanation for every single line item that you're actually testing and actually reading for the person that you're testing. And it's you don't get lost. It's very simple to use. But if you really want this tool, you can actually get one of the large packs in the company. And in some cases, the company has offered it for free or at a discount of half price. So talk with the person that invited you so you can actually have this scanner. Because for the very first time, I find a company that has a tool in which if you're scanning someone and that person sees exactly what they need to buy, they'll ask you, can I have that? Can I please buy this? Can I please buy that? You don't have to sell it anymore. The person actually asks you that they want to buy it because they saw that they're not doing well in that area. Now, we also have an opportunity for any one of you that would like to make some money. I know there's some people on this call that basically are looking to actually improve their health and wellness, and that's great. A lot of us are. And if you have a condition that you're dealing with, please talk to the person that invited you and let them know based upon what you just heard about our products, which one you would like to try right away. But also, we have an opportunity to make money. We have an element in this company which actually helps the company grow fantastically all over the world, and that is a very strong pay plan, which we can all make money from as long as we are a member of the company. All we have to do is just recommend to someone to take a look at one of these videos, take a look at our Zoom, or if you go talk to them in person and you can explain to them about this company, and right there on the spot, you can make some money. So let me show you what I'm talking about. First of all, we have many different ways of making money. I count about 8 or 9 of them, but you know what? The most popular one are the very simple ones, which is this one. It's a direct sale. Basically, you buy something at $27.50. And by the way, that's an American price for the USA. Some of these products that we have, they cost $20 in other countries. Some of these other countries that we're entering into have to work with the USA price in the beginning until we get the final approval from the company because the products are being purchased here first. When the final approval comes from the country, then the company is actually making a concession for each country and bringing down the price based on the economy of each country. In Mexico, this product is probably $20. In the US, it's 27. In Colombia, it's also $20. And in some other countries where when they get approved, the prices will come down. But right now, since we're just getting started in these countries, this is the price. And of course, it is the USA price. So if somebody buys a pack for 30-day use at $27.50 in the US, it's still a very good price. Believe me, it is. It's a very good price. You use something for 30 days and you pay $27, it's actually not bad. But when you sell it to someone and they want to buy it, they can buy it at $55. For instance, this product you see here is Vitalhealth. This is for people that have anxiety and issues with sleeping and they can't sleep and they're staying awake all night. When they drink 2 Vitalhealth, they'll go to sleep right away. How much would you pay for something like that? By the way, when they want to buy it, if they're not a member of the company, they can get it at $55 from you. So you make the difference of $27.50. You make 100% on that sale because they are not a member. If they become a member, they can get it also at $27.50. But you make money for any purchases that they make because they are a member that you introduced into this company. That's how simple this is. This is actually a very thought out plan. Now, every member can actually get a product at a much lower cost. So now that you're a member in the company, you're going to get the price, which is $27.50. When you make your own purchases or when you sell online to other people, they come into your website and they buy the product at $55. You make $27.50. When 200 points have been purchased, either by yourself or other people, then of course an influencer bonus opens up, meaning to say you get all the products at an 80% discount below the 50% discount. So now each product costs $5.50. This product you see here will be $5.50 when you hit the influencer bonus. Everybody can hit the influencer bonus as many times as they want, a day, a week, per month. You can hit the influencer bonus once a month if you want, or once every single day. It's up to you. All you have to do is make sure there's 200 points being purchased in your website back office. And then the next 200 points, they come at you at $5 each, which means you get over $300 worth of product for $40. This is an amazing influencer bonus. I have not seen this bonus in any other company. And we've looked in every part of the world. If any other company has this influencer bonus, it's nowhere to be found. Of course, when you sell it from $5.50 to $55, you make $49.50, which means you made 900% profit. So that's a lot of profit to be made. You also get what's called a loyalty bonus. As you're a member, you are required to keep your membership every month active, and your membership stays active with a minimum purchase of 50 points. You know, that could be 2 or 3 or 4 products, depending, but you eat, you drink those, or you actually take those every month. If you're a member, you want a lower price because, you know, you get it at 50% off. So every month you buy your product at 50% off. When you do that for the first 2 to 3 months, you get 10% discount. But if you actually did it you made your purchases between the first and the 7th day of the month, you get, of course, a 15% discount, 5 extra. When you're with us from 4 to 8 months, you get 20%. But if you bought it between the 1st and the 7th, you get 25 instead of 20. Now, if you're with us for 9 months or more, you get 30% discount. But if you actually buy that every month between the 1st and the 7th, and you can put it in automatic purchase, by the way, you get 35% discount on anything that you purchase. So this is actually another cool bonus the company has come up with to give us as much product as possible. When you're a member and somebody wants to actually become a member, and then of course they begin to look for what products they need to buy, they either buy products loosely or they can just get a pack. When they buy a pack, they save a lot of money because there's more products in a pack. So if you did that and somebody was with you and said, hey, I would like to buy some products, but I want to get as many as possible for my money, you say, sure, get a pack. The first pack is called the basic pack. It costs 170. The person will say, yeah, you know what, I'll try that one. Perfect. You made $33.75 right away like that. It's called the first order bonus. I would call it a fast start bonus. It just pays you really fast. Everything here is paid weekly, by the way. Now, if that person says, there's a few more products that I want, I'd rather have the other pack, which costs $300. It's called a builder pack. Okay, you made $67.50. Great. And then, of course, that person might say, well, you know what? I need a whole lot more products because my cousin wants some, my brother wants some, my sister wants some. So they can get a pro pack, which is $600. You made $135, and the company will send you that check on that week. Now, if somebody wants to do this business seriously, right, and they do it as a business, like, you know what, I really want to get out there and help a lot of people and get this started right away, start doing meetings, start talking to people, start learning what you guys do, and just teach me so that I can grow really fast. They would buy an elite pack. The elite pack is $1,200. It's a small business you're buying for $1,200. It's a really good investment for a lot of product, but also for a lot of benefits. By the way, this particular elite pack will get you paid $270. If you sold 10 elite packs in a week, you just made $2,700. There's a lot of people that are just focusing on offering everybody elite packs because a lot of people want to get involved right now at the beginning as a business, and this is growing everywhere. As you can tell, we're all over the world. We're flying everywhere we can. So this is a very cool, actually, first order bonus that you can actually get into right away. Now, it pays you on half of the volume. The other half of the volume goes to a dual team bonus, so you can get paid again. Actually, we get paid twice when somebody buys a pack. We get paid there, and then we also get paid here. This is actually called the binary bonus, where everybody gets to build 2 teams. You build a left team and a right team. They build a left team and a right team. And then they build a left team and a right team. Everything works itself out. When you have all these people building because they're bringing people, they're bringing 2 or 3 or 4 people each. Well, you'll have people on your left and you'll have people on your right. When you have volume on each side, the company will pay you on the smaller volume. In this case, the smaller leg is this one. There's 9,000 points versus 10,000 points. You'll get paid on the 9,000 because it's the lower one. At 15% commission, that's a check of 1,350 on this week. That's pretty cool. Now, what would happen then is, of course, If you are bronze, you get paid 10% commission. Probably you just got started. If you're a silver, you get paid 12. If you're a gold, you get paid 13. If you're a platinum, you get paid 15. And then, of course, when you become diamond, you get 20% commission. The company will pay you up to $25,000 a week, every week on this bonus alone, which means that in a month, it'll be 100 grand. Some months have 5 weeks, that's 125 grand. This is actually a very high paying company. Guys, I've seen other companies and their pay plans are very little. This company pays a lot of money. And by the way, getting this weekly, is not too shabby. As a matter of fact, let's say you just got started and you're not in a platinum position yet. Well, 900 points at 10% commission because you just got started, it's actually, $900. If you get that every single week, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. As a matter of fact, a lot of people work a lot for $900 a week. So let me tell you, this is actually a very cool plan. Now, we also have what's called in the US a rising star bonus. You see, you may know some people that already know a lot of people. You may know some people that I've already done this kind of business before. They've already been involved in network marketing. They've already done these kind of companies. They've already worked with people that bring people that bring people, and they're really accustomed to it. They might tell you, listen, I know a lot of folks. Can I bring them right away? The answer is, of course. If you want to make more money and you bring 3 people today and you sign them up, you get paid 12% commission on your bonus called the 2-team bonus or the binary bonus. When you bring 4, you get 13% commission from now on. When you bring 6, you get 15% commission from now on this 2-team bonus. So somebody that has experience might say, hey, I'm going to bring 6 tomorrow because I know a lot of people. Good. Great. When you do, you'll be at 15% commission from now on, and your check is going to be higher than most of the other people. So this is a really great way to advance and get more money really fast. We also have something called a matching bonus. And this one's really nice. When you bring people and you help them make a check. The company pays you when they make a check half of what they got paid. Now, when these folks get to work and you brought them and they get a check in the 2-team bonus, you will get paid half of their check. In this particular case right here, this check is 1,350. That's almost $700 that you would get because you get paid half of that. That's an example. For instance, this is you bring 5 people. Between all 5 people that you personally sponsored into the company, everyone made something, but the total about all 5 was $5,000. Well, you get half of that, which is $2,500, for that week. Now, the following week, they might do the same thing. You get half of that. The following week, they do less. You get half of that. You get paid for every person that you bring. When they make a check on that particular bonus, you get half of what they got. This is called a matching bonus. And you know what? This is actually a very good bonus because the more people you help, the more money you make. Now, if you have 5, that's great. But what if you have 10? What if you invited 20 people? What if you invited 30 people and they made $20,000 altogether in that week? Well, you made 10,000 because you get paid half of what they made. So this is actually a very great bonus. Talk to the people that invited you and let them know. Tell them that you want to get more information specifically on each one of the bonuses that I just spoke to you about. This one here is called the luxury car bonus. This luxury car bonus comes to you also every month. It's actually based on you becoming the position of gold. When you become gold in the company will pay you every month for a car, $500. A lot of us have car payments and we need help to make those car payments. Well, the company has set up a program where they'll give you money for your car when you become the position of gold and beyond. You just got to qualify as gold or more, and you get 500 every single month. Now, this is a very simple thing to tell people because you know what? A lot of companies that have a car program, their car program is not in the small position. It's actually in the largest position. This company gives people a car after they reach the 4th position in the company, one of the very tiny small ones. Now, if you already have a car or you don't have a car payment, if you basically don't have a car at all, but you don't have a car payment or you don't have a car payment at all, you can actually get all this in product. Instead of getting $500, the company sends you $800 every single month. Now, you also get paid to advance in the company When you advance in rank in the company, you get paid something. The first three payments are made in product. When you become bronze, silver, and sapphire, you get 100, 200, and 250. You just completed three positions. When you get there, you get that bonus. It's in product. So that's $550 worth of product. Now, when you become gold, you start getting that car bonus, 500 a month. And that's a monthly payment. So that's close to $6,000. But then when you become platinum, you get 500. When you become emerald, you get 1,000. When you become diamond, you get 2,500. Double diamond gives you 5,000. Triple diamond gives you 7,500. So you keep getting paid for all the positions you rank up into. So this is actually a really cool thing to tell you because many people are going to be climbing the ladder of success and the company will recognize you for it and pay you very well. Now in Mexico, the average income of a lot of the top leaders and people that have started 4 years ago in Mexico is anywhere between $79,000 and $189,000 a month. These numbers, of course, are old of last year. These numbers have increased, and the new presentation is going to actually reflect that. But imagine this, you're here in the US and you're just getting started. Imagine what can happen to you 4 years from now if you do the same work that they did in Mexico here in the US, especially if you guys are from Haiti or Africa, or if you guys are from Europe and you're working people that are in Europe, working with them and you're teaching them and they're actually teaching others over there. What if you were to able to work with all the people in your circle of influence from your home in different countries or here in the US, and then in 4 years you remain consistent, you will be one of those folks making between $79,000 and $189,000 a month. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that are not making 79,000, but they are making, and they got started 4 years ago. They are making, 60,000, 50,000, 20,000, 30,000, 25,000, 15,000, 10,000 in Mexico. Even those numbers for us in the US, they're pretty impressive. So let me say to you, this is for everybody. And a lot of you should really sit up and take notice because this is going places. Now, this is the last one. We talk about this one at the end because it's the precious one, the one that it's most valuable to us. It's called the monthly residual income. A lot of people call it the stable money. Some people call it, a passive income, something that comes to you on a monthly basis, which you're going to get every single month, month after month after month for building your business from the day you got started. Imagine in your job going to your boss and telling your boss, boss, I worked for you last month. As a matter of fact, boss, I worked for you last year. Can you pay me for what I did last year in your company? Your boss is going to say, you're crazy. What if I, just fire you better? That might be better. Your boss is not going to like that question. In this company, we get paid for something we did many, many, many months ago. Why? Because every week that we work in this company, we're building and building and building and building and building and working with a lot of people that are getting involved. Every person that works in our organization that are actually in our team, whether it's the right team or the left team, every person that works in our organization is actually coming in as a member, and to stay active, they're going to be purchasing a monthly purchase. That's what's going to generate a monthly residual income. Now, most of the people buy 50 points a month, but I would say the great majority buys 100 points because they want to actually advance in the positions of the company. Now, the company pays you on what's called a uni-level program, which means that you get paid for everybody. Your residual comes from a uni level. It doesn't come from a binary. You get paid for every single person, and that's the beauty behind this company. On the first level, you get paid 10%. On the second level, you get paid 10%. On the third level, you get paid 20. On the fourth level, from and beyond, all the way to infinity, you get paid between 2 and 14% commission. That's a lot of commission. You get paid for every single person that comes into your team between 2 to 14% commission, depending on what position you ranked into. That's pretty amazing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's say on your first level, you have 10 people, and the 10 people are buying 100 points. That's 1,000 points. Your check is $100 every month on that level because you have 10 people that are buying 100 points on that first level. Now, on your second level, your 10 people bring 10, that's 100 people. On your second level, you have 100 that are buying 100 every single month. That's 10,000 points in product. You get paid 10% commission. Now you make $1,000. It's not too bad. On your third level, though, your 100 people bring 10 each. Now that's 1,000. Those 1,000 people consume 100 points every single month. That's 100,000 points on your third level. But if when you have 100,000 points, you get paid 20% commission on that, which is $20,000 a month. So in this particular example, you'll be getting paid 21,100 monthly, based on everybody's perpetual habitual purchases of all the products that they use anyway, every single one. That's called a passive residual income. And that's something that every single one of us is working for. And it can be for you. As a matter of fact, wherever you are, the people that you have near you are going to be buying monthly as well. And this is actually for you as well. Now, you might ask yourself, how do I get involved? How do I get started? I'm going to end this conversation by letting you know it's very simple. Everybody in this company becomes a member. And when you become a member, you actually get all the benefits that we talked about, which is the first one. You get to buy products at 50% discount, you get virtual training, you get personalized mentoring, you get personal growth and personal training, you get high quality products, you get, of course, a reward program, a tremendous pay plan that I just showed you, your own online store, which you can advertise and have people purchase from you. You can send links, you can send WhatsApp messages, you can send your online store to everybody so they can buy from you, and they will buy it at full price, and you'll basically make half of the money. And of course, you get your own back office, which is a control that shows you your entire business. And in that back office, you can control all your business. You get all of this for $29. Now, we had free membership about a month ago. I'm not sure what's going to happen this month, but I got to tell you, $29 is not a bad price. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like going to a Costco or a Price Club, where you have to pay a membership to actually get things at a lower price, except those places cost a lot of money. Ours is only $29. And of course, you'll have this, the whole year, so you can actually buy and actually be a member in the company forever. Now, once you get that, you actually get to buy product for 50% discount. So if you want to try the product, or you want to become a member representative of our team, you need to buy the product. But you're better off getting a pack. Why would you buy product separately if you're going to pay, 50% discount? But when you buy a pack, you get 50% discount, and you get actually, a whole lot more product. Let me show you what I'm talking about. For $170 on the basic pack, you get over $211 worth of product. On top of the 50%, you get actually more product. On the builder pack, which is $300, you get $381 worth of product. The 30 you see here is actually for the $29, membership. The pro pack, it's $600. You get over $868 worth of product. So you get more product on a pack than you do if you were to buy it separately. So I know that a lot of you are thinking, what's best for me? Should I buy a pack, or should I just buy the product individually? I would always suggest to you, please buy a pack, because you're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to get a lot of product, and you'll be fine working with people that need, taste testing or samples or things like that. But if you really want to do this business seriously, I would suggest that you invest in your life, invest in yourself, invest in your family, and get the Elite Pack, because this pack has almost, 3 sets of everything. It has 2 sets of everything for sure, and there's a third set of so many different things that you can actually really work with. As a matter of fact, this Elite Pack has a lot of benefits. You also get 10 free memberships for people that you might want to actually get involved right away in the company. Some of you have those free memberships right now, and if you're listening to me, talk to the person that you invited and tell them that if they actually want to get a pack, their membership is free, because you have the free membership code. Some of you already came in with the Elite Pack, so you have a free membership code to give. You can actually give that free membership code to any one of the people that you invited into this call. If they say, yes, I want to get involved right away, save them that $29 and have them get that free membership with your code, and then have them become a part of the business, and then have them purchase the pack separately. So that way that their pack is just the pack purchase, not the membership, because you give them a free code. So a lot of us have this benefit. When you become an Elite member, you also become you're coded as an elite person in the company, so there's benefits in there with that. And then of course, moving right along, what you have to do is basically get started as quickly as possible so that you can work with the person that invited you and have them help you either give presentations to people, work with people, talk to people, and show them the product, show them the pay plan, or go out there and just offer products to all your family members, people that you know. A lot of folks that we know are suffering from something. And all we have to do is basically ask the magic question. What are you dealing with right now? What medically are you dealing with that you can actually, purchase from me that I can help you with right this minute? And you're going to find that a lot of people out there are dealing with so many different things. Now, I always tell people, there's so many reasons why you should actually think about this, because this is actually a home-based business. This is something you can do from home and you can really make a difference in. This is something that is simple and duplicatable. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, anybody can do it. This is not rocket science. You don't have to be graduated from college. You don't have to have a degree. You can be straight out of elementary school and, never gone to junior high or high school, and you still can be very, very good at this business. It's also a global business you can do from home. As you can tell right now, I'm actually in Miami. I always say I'm in California, but I'm not. I'm not even in Miami. I'm in Bogota, Medellin, Colombia. I'm in Colombia right now. You are where you are, either in Miami or New York, or, you're probably in Haiti. You're probably also sitting in out there in Connecticut or maybe somewhere in Africa. I'm not sure where you are, but I want to thank you very much for being on this call. But as you can see, wherever you are, you can do this business with the people that you know all over the world. Our business is very simple. It's actually meant for people to work on the internet. Our company is actually a company of the future, right? So it's a company of today where everything is actually for the future because it was built 4 years ago. So it has all the bells and whistles of the internet. It's a business of the new economy. It's a business that you can actually have everybody work on because it's health. And health is the most important valuable asset right now in the economy and in everyone's family. Also, it is a unique opportunity for international growth. We're growing everywhere. We're about to open up Africa. Pretty soon, we're going to be going into Asia. I had my people from the Philippines already talking to us last week, and some of the folks that before I left, I spoke to are actually literally flying to the Philippines last week so they can start with the connections of all the folks that they're going to get started with. And I'm really happy and excited about that because you know what? We're going to be able to fly to the Philippines and help the people over there. So this is actually for everybody. You can do this from wherever you are. You can work with anyone, anywhere in the world. Or if you're in the United States and you only know people in the United States, let's just get to work because you never know. And all those folks that you know locally, people that are not your neighbors, people that live across the street, people that live around the block, all these people, they need our product. I mean, if you keep walking around the block with your dog, if you're walking around the block by yourself or you're running in your neighborhood, jogging, chances are every other house that you pass, someone there suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, gout, tumors, something, and you can be the answer for them. So that's why we know that everybody can do this business. I'm really happy and excited to report to you that, the more and more I actually see the need about what's going on outside. I feel more and more comfortable that this is for everybody. This is one of those companies that I've been waiting for a long time that I know that, anybody can do, and of course, it's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. If you take it seriously, it's going to make you the most money you've ever made in a long time. As a matter of fact, if you take it seriously enough, you could potentially make $1 million in this company. There's folks already reported, making pretty close to 1 million in 2 to 3 months, people that started with this company in the very beginning. So you have the wherewithal to think this way. Now, the company will charge you whatever you buy into, but I would always suggest the 1250, $1,240 pack because you get over $2,154 worth of product. You get enough product so that you can actually start your business. So if you have your own home-based business, you can do a lot with that. You can help a lot of people, and you can help a lot of people get with free memberships as well. So that way they don't have to pay. So guys, all I got to do is just basically end by saying, you know what? Talk to the person that invited you. Every time that we do these presentations, we know there's three kinds of people. There's the one that says, yes, I want to get involved. I need product for my body. I know that I'm failing and I'm ailing with this and this and this. I would say talk to the person that invited you, have them show you how you can pick up some of this product today. Secondly, the person that says, you know what, I have questions, I would like to stick around to for you to answer some questions for me. And then of course, I'll start right away. Stick around, please. We're going to answer some questions, but talk to the person that invited you. Let them know you're interested. And then the person number three is the one that says, you know what, David, shut up already. Where do I sign? I want to get started right now. If that's you, talk to the person that invited you. Let them know that you're ready to get started. But I also see there's three kinds of people in life. There's one that makes things happen. There's another one that watches things as they happen. And there's the third that sits and wonders, what happened? What happened? My neighbor bought a brand new car. What happened? My other neighbor bought a brand new house. What happened? Don't be that person that asks what happened. Be the one that makes things happen. Be the one that makes things happen in your life and for your family. Talk to the person that invited you. Let them know about your interest. Get started right away. We can't wait to train you. Tomorrow is training. We'll start tomorrow promptly at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. California time. And tomorrow we're going to bring it back down to the basics again. And we'll just go into what's called the 5-step training program, 5 steps to success, things that you have to do to get started. Similarly to when you go to a job and you get orientation, you're gonna actually hear tomorrow exactly what to do, from the beginning, how to get started in the business. So we'll see you all tomorrow in training. I want to go ahead and open up the call, and I want to thank you all for listening to this. So if anybody here on this call would like to ask us any questions, if anybody would have a testimony that you would like to share, I would be more than happy to hear your testimony. Please go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question or would like to share a testimony, so that way we can get you in as quickly as possible, so we can, in the interest of time, save some time and get somebody to go ahead and speak. So Coach Marie, go ahead, you go first. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, thank you. We have no word to really thank you for your amazing heart. Thank you so much.
Thank
You were
you.
talking about a code for the new people. What is it?
Well, a lot of the people starting last week that came in with a pack, there's folks that already came in with the $1,200 pack. Those people get 10 free codes. So
Somebody's talking. Can you mute?
Yes, starting about a week and a half ago, we started offering that to a lot of people. And believe it or not, a lot of folks bought the large pack already, the $1,200 pack. And when they buy the $1,200 pack, they get 10 free codes for 10 free memberships for anybody that they're actually signing up. So let's say you signed up today, you get 10 free codes. And of course, you then invite your sister or your cousin or your auntie tomorrow, and they say, yeah, I'd like to try that, and I want to become a member of the company to get things at 50% discount. Say, sure, auntie or sister, I want to send you a code. This code is the one you need to use so that you can actually, bypass that membership payout or the membership charge of $29. That's what I'm talking about. So a lot of folks already have those codes, and they get it through an email, right? And also you can call, if you didn't receive yours, you can call customer service and they'll send you that code. And this started a week and a half ago exactly. And a lot of folks, of course, have gotten the large pack and they do have the free codes.
And it's for the new people, right?
Basically, yes, for all the
Okay.
new people that are coming in.
Okay, that's why I don't know the code.
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Greg, you raised your hand.
Aloha.
How are you?
Yes.
Aloha. Wait, before you speak, Greg, I want to let everybody know, Mr. Greg Gregornio, he is from Hawaii, but he's the gentleman that I'm speaking about who actually is now, are you in the Philippines now, Greg?
I'll be leaving this coming Saturday.
All right. Yes. Good job. Good job. Welcome, Greg.
Please
Welcome.
include me in your prayers.
Thank you. Yes, you definitely are in my prayers. We'll be praying for you while you're out there, my friend. And yes, please, let's get things started over there. The Philippines is next.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna be Mr. Greg in the Philippines, in Manila or
Manila, Northern Luzon, and
Mhm.
probably in Visayas.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
because I have a couple of people in Manila.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
introduce them to Greg. Marie, call me so that we can do a three-way and Greg can talk to them while he's there. They can just share.
My plan is to meet this people who will get the warehouse.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
That's good. So we
Yeah.
have a warehouse coming
I'm
in.
not
That's great.
targeting yet the distributor, because even though there's a lot of affiliates, assuming,
Right.
but if there's no warehouse there, they cannot get product at they cannot get product.
Yeah,
Then
the product will come by mail for now, right?
but
But
it will be a long process, sir. It will
right,
take
right,
time
right.
before it will arrive in the Philippines, so
Yeah,
might
it
as
takes.
well somebody will get this
The center.
warehouse. So pardon.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, go.
Yeah. So once I meet this person, I'll for sure I will call you and hook let's hook them to the owner so they
Yes, yes,
can
yes.
talk.
We'll go ahead and do a three-way with the owners of the company. And it makes a lot of sense because when we started in Colombia, it was the same thing because I was the first one back in July of 2025, and it's very time consuming because since we did not have the warehouse locally, it took about a week or 2 weeks to get the product from Florida to Colombia. And some people in the beginning, they suffered through that. And of course, it's okay because it's growing pains in the beginning. But the same thing is happening right now in Haiti. A lot of people here in the call are from Haiti. If you are from Haiti, just give me a thumbs up. The people that are from Haiti, they know that they have to order from, the company. The company is going to send it to them, right, from the United States through Florida, and it'll be going through a shipping company. So it's the same thing, Greg. We're starting in many different countries right now, and it's going to be 1 to 2 week lead time for them to get it. But like you said, it's basically a really good idea to have someone coming in that's going to have a little, mini warehouse where they can pick up product directly from that person. And right now, that's exactly what's happening with Mr. Benny Zuki, who's right here with his hand raised. He also created his distribution warehouse in the city of Vernon, Connecticut, and it's working out perfectly, right, Benny?
Yes.
So you can see, Greg, once the warehouse gets open, things go much easier.
Right. Right.
So, Greg,
Okay.
when do you leave?
Pardon?
When do you leave?
This coming Saturday.
Okay, great, 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 great. Awesome, awesome.
I have a quick question. Since I haven't um I'm not on time because here in Hawaii it's already 4. We thought it's 3:30 because it's 3 hours instead of 2 hours. It's three
Yeah,
hours gap.
yes,
So I just realized when I log in,
yes.
already 1 hour late.
Right, 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 right.
But
Well, yeah, the time changes everything. I think right now it's 3 hour difference to Hawaii.
yes, 3 hours difference.
Yes.
Um, I did not start your presentation on time, and
Right.
I have a quick question regarding our tea detox product.
Yes, sir.
Is it true that it will help removing heavy metals?
Yes, actually, the function of the removal of heavy metals with the tea detox happens in the stomach, in the walls of the stomach, and also in the intestines, large intestine and small intestine. When you actually take the Vitarin, the Organix, and the balance, it begins to work at a cellular level also within those three vital organs, in which case, as you take those, you begin to detoxify those three organs as well. And of course, you're now actually working at another level. You're actually creating a detoxification of heavy metals, in the vital organs. And then, of course, as that happens, it then, takes place in the rest of your body as you move further into the future. Because the more you're actually feeding, the most important organs, which is your kidney, your liver, and your pancreas, right? Those are the ones processing all the foods, and they're sending all the nutrition into the rest of your body through your stomach. when that begins to occur, then the heavy metal reduction starts to occur as well. And of course, the detoxification, it's for the 2 weeks with the tea. Once that happens, you begin to take the other products, the heavy metals begin to start to work themselves outside of your body as your body begins to, change and the new nutrition that you're giving it. And it's throughout the whole body, and it's in the coming months, the heavy metals begin to actually disappear. One of the big examples I can give you is, I had in my arms, on the side of my arms, a lot of bumps. I had a lot of bumps on the side of my arms on both sides, and I used to scratch them, and these little bumps were actually caused by heavy metals protruding from my skin. I no longer have these bumps, but of course, I've been on our product for the past year and a half, and there's so many people that, we may know that if you touch their arm on the side right here, you can feel little bumps. And, it's a lot of the heavy metals that are protruding through the skin. And, once they protrude, then they're gone. But I know that I got rid of all of that, and, I feel a whole lot better. So yeah, it begins with the tea, Greg, and then of course the other products as well, so that they can work at an organ level, at the cellular level in the organs.
Is it approved by the owner, sir, to tell to the people about the product that can eliminate heavy metals from our body?
You know what? I'm not so sure if it's something that needs approval, but I know that they've talked a lot about that during all the presentations in the beginning, where they talk about the detoxification, including of the heavy metals. So I will check for you. I will check for you.
Yes, please.
I will talk to
So
the
I
doctors.
yes, please, because
Mhm.
I don't like to
Exactly. You don't want to
miss.
embellish.
Yes, because I already 10 medical practitioners that already set that I'm going to meet up
Right.
to have meeting with them. So I
Right.
don't like to say anything that the company didn't approve.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I would actually talk to two of the doctors that are in our consult tomorrow, and I will actually check on that. If you don't mind, can you send me a WhatsApp text tomorrow afternoon to make sure that I already got that answer for you? If not, I'll call Dr. Gonzalez, who's actually the main person that actually works in the consult of doctors. Dr. Gonzalez works in Vital Health as not just a counsel, but he actually is an employee of Vital Health. And he used to be a part of COFEPRIS. COFEPRIS is like the FDA. But the beautiful thing about this doctor is that he is selected by Latin America, that is Central, South America, and Mexico, to represent Latin America in the UN, in the WHO. He works for Vital Health. He's in our company. I can actually contact him. I have his number. I can contact him tomorrow, and I'll ask him that question for you about the heavy metals. If it's safe to say that to people, on the
Mhm.
T. So I'll do that for you.
So that's the doctor who give us a lot of information when we came there, right, sir?
Yes, yes, you remember him. He's the one that sat in the
Mhm.
front. Yes, that's him, Dr. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, sir.
No, no,
Go
I
ahead,
was
sir.
just gonna say he wants to actually do a training for us, and about the products, just, all the formulations. That's what his specialty is, but I'll talk to him.
Yes, please. Yeah. Especially if we already have people in the Philippines, they need that.
Yes, yes,
And last quick question, sir.
yes,
If
sir.
you have still time,
Yes.
um, how long more to wait until our product certified by kosher and halal?
You know what? I'm not so sure that's something that's being sought after at this moment. I haven't checked on that a while. But the approvals are there for many other things, which is the most vital and important, right? Which is the certifying bodies, such as the FDA, COFEPRIS, Salud, Envima, GMP. The next ones would be kosher, halal, to make sure that we cover all those cultures, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, there's for kosher, there's a half a billion, I would say, Jewish people in the planet, but there's 1.5 billion Muslim. So, there's a lot of folks that look for, that seal of approval. And of course, the company is a 4-year-old company. So when we first talked to them, it wasn't something they were, seeking for immediately. They were seeking more for the approvals of the certifying bodies of each country. I'm not sure if they're at a point where right now they can now go after those seal of approvals, but I can verify that for you tomorrow as well.
Yes, please, sir. Thank you.
You got it. You got it. Not a problem. Those are very good questions. Thank you, Greg. Great, great, great. Benny, you're next.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Couldn't be
I,
better.
yeah, I can see that. Man, I think you're drinking the V Daily, so your skin looks good.
I'm drinking everything every single
Everything.
day.
I saw some in a bottle too.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm drinking my V Daily all day today.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, my question is the new products. Which
Yes.
category do we put it? Like the prime?
Well,
Are we put it?
I
Yeah,
I would say it's probably going to go under the I would say it will probably be under the restore, the restore,
crystal.
uh, because it is a body restoration element. When you have something that works with your hormones at the
Yeah,
same time your immune system, it would be something that would restore your body. I wouldn't call it something that would be the Nourish, because Nourish is more like a daily vitamin kind of a thing. The
okay,
Prime for men and the Harmony for women is so powerful. And just because you brought this up, Benny, and I want to thank you very much for bringing it up, but my wife and I got both of these products in the mail about a month ago, and she's been
right.
using it. We started selling it a week and a half ago, and we have so many testimonies. But get this, I left it with a lady about 3 weeks ago, and she already used a lot of it. She says, I'm almost out of it. I kind of ran out. But the thing is this, I didn't tell her anything at all about the V Harmony. I just told her it is a product for ladies, it's for women, right? And you need to take this because it'll help you, right? And so what ended up happening is I saw her again, right? About maybe a week ago, maybe less than a week ago. And I was talking to her and she said, you know what? She said, David, you know me. I am always upset and I'm always, I'm always, having these issues with upset and, mean and things like that. She says, this product has me so relaxed. I cannot believe it. She says,
Wow.
my immune system has changed. My female hormones have changed. She says, I don't have any more pain anymore. When I have my menstrual cycle, I don't have any more pain. My stomach feels a whole lot better. I go to the
Wow.
bathroom more often. And basically what the V Harmony is doing, it is helping a lot with her female hormones, and she's now more happy and relaxed. But I didn't tell her any of that. So what amazes me is that she's telling me what the product did 3 weeks later, and I already know that
Mm.
that's what Dr. Tony explained the product would
Right.
do. So I'm like, yes,
Wow.
it's an awesome product. And for the men, of course, it's guys, I gotta tell all the guys on this call this, it's like a herbal Viagra. You're gonna feel so much stronger and powerful. It's amazing. It is one of those products
Wow.
that regulates all your hormones as well, but it also gives you back this feeling of strength, internally. It's weird to explain. I already ran out. I took it for a month and I had to buy some more. I got the free sample, so I had to buy it now. But it's an awesome product. It just really works well. And Marie, did you want to add something to that on the women's
Of course, I wanna add something. Exactly what she told you. I'm
yes,
experiencing the same thing.
yes,
Um, like I used to fight, to get some rest because I'm an ongoing person, and I never can have that. Although my body needs it. And then starting taking the V Harmony, I become, every day I have to go, to get my rest
yes,
without forcing, and then it makes me like more in peace. It gives me a spirit of calmness. So It is true. And the V Prime is good too. When I say it's good, you men, you need to buy it. The V Prime is for men. The V Harmony is make me really, really feel so sweet. So, and no stress at all. So the V Harmony for me, it's my product to
Right,
go. So
right.
I won't go without V Harmony right now. And I won't go without the V Prime because my husband needs it.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome. And
Yes.
what I would like to add to this, Benny, is this. You see, all of our products are done with nanotechnology, and actually the nanotechnology is taking the powder of all the herbs and it's making it into a very small particulate. The V Prime and the product for women with a Harmony is not nanotechnology. It's a more advanced technology. That's why it's so brand new. It's actually something called BYB, which is they're going to explain the whole thing next week. But this new technology is actually water soluble. So when people take the capsule, it goes into the stomach and straight into your bloodstream. Forget about it penetrating, the walls of your stomach and it goes, in through your organs. It goes straight into the bloodstream because it's water soluble. They're making it like to where it's actually turns into water immediately in your stomach. So it's a more powerful effect, a more fast effect is almost instant. And that's why people are going crazy over it because it's a different technology. It's much faster. So we're all going to be trained on it, as we move forward, but they already started selling it and everybody wants it. Everybody would love to have it. So yes, thank you for
What
asking that.
what do
Yes.
you call that again, sir? Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. What do
Yeah,
you call that technology again? What do you call?
yeah, I think
How
it's
do you
called
call?
BYB. BYB. It's actually a Russian man, somebody from Russia who actually created this new technology. Actually met with Dr. Tony, and then he's been here now for months. They've been developing this new technology that actually makes all the products water soluble. And that's actually something that is about to be exposed in training. I think by the end of this week, we should all have it so everybody can learn to explain it. It's very simple to explain. I just don't have enough information about it enough to give you guys a training on it yet. But it is a super, super advanced technology that is not being used in nutritional products. It's only something that's being used in Russia in pharmaceutical products. And that's what makes it
BYB? How do you,
BYB. I think it's BYB. I'll get you that information as well, Greg. So,
please?
yeah, Greg,
So do you mean Dr. Rodriguez always engaged in the formulation of every products that we have, all
yes,
the products that we have?
exactly. Exactly. Dr. Tony, he's the one that people bring him all these ideas of what they can do to improve. And that's one of the things that I like about this company is that one, it's in Mexico, and Mexico, the economy is different, so they can do things that are much, much cheaper than if it wouldn't be in the US. Two, because it's in Mexico, everything costs less. And three, because it's in Mexico, the employees, of course, will cost less money, and the machinery and equipment that go there will cost less money. So they can produce it at a much lower price. That's why it is so exciting that, they're doing everything over there, but we're selling it over here at the prices that we're able to sell it for. So it works very well. So,
Um, Sorry, sir.
Yes.
yes, sir.
People might ask, sorry, they might ask, oh, Mexico, um, sometimes people's impression in Mexico, about cartel, cartel and mafia, something like that. Uh, they might think, oh, might be the Vital Health might be owned by mafia or cartel.
Yes, yes, that's very possible because anybody with money in Mexico is always said, "Hey, those people are probably tight." Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
always that's already happened. They've already been, told that in the past. But no, actually, the two brothers, Alberto Beretta and actually Gustavo Beretta, they're the ones that funded the company basically when it got started. Mr. Alberto Beretta and Gustavo, their father owns pretty much a third of the state of Hermosillo. They're cattle
Oh,
people. They raise a lot of cattle. They have a lot of land. They're land barons. They have a lot of land. They're like an old family of old money in Mexico. So they're well known. They know all the governors. They know all the governments, and everything they do is 100% legal. Hermosillo, Mexico provides the cattle or the cow and the meat for the majority of the country, and that's where their money came from. So, yes, I understand what you're saying though, because people, hey, there's Mexicans, they might be involved in drugs or something like that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Uh,
hope
Ma-
not.
Marie, did you have
Yeah.
another question?
Yeah,
You,
Dave, I haven't finished.
Oh, okay.
oh,
I didn't put down my hands. I'm sorry.
oh, okay.
Make
Go ahead,
sure.
Benny. Go
So then
ahead.
I
Go
have
ahead,
to
Benny.
contact you for a reference.
Yeah, my next question is when the company gives you the 10 bonus for people, like the 10 voucher for people,
Yeah,
does it
membership.
expire in a month or?
No, the ten memberships are actually a gift for the person that signs up with the elite pack, and of course they
Right.
can use it with the 10 people that they sign up. There is no expiration. There is no expiration. As long as it takes to get those 10 folks in, I mean, they have it. They have it to where they can actually bring folks into the business. And
Okay.
having that as an opportunity is very amazing because imagine you actually have, 2 or 3 people that you want to sign up and they would like to get a pack, but they don't have enough money for, shipping and the cost of the membership. They'll say, well, you know what, I'll make sure I give you this voucher for a free membership, right? So I'll give you the code and then you just have to pay for the pack, shipping and taxes. And people will be happy about that. But when you did that favor to that person might actually invite 5 or 6 or 7 people in the future, which means that those new people that they're bringing are going to make all the difference in your business. Not just that, but those 5 people, some of them might actually get a big pack as well. So where they each have 10 free vouchers to give to 10 free people. And if that happens, then your team is going to grow in an exponential way. Now, if you paid close attention and you looked at the part of where I talk about the residual, which means that everybody that's in the company buys 100 points, and then when that grows, you get a big check. Imagine having 10 vouchers to give out, and people are buying, a small pack, and they're buying every month 100 points. That gives you an income like you have no clue. It's a huge income, and if that just multiplies all the way down the line, it's gigantic. So I'm very happy that the company actually went ahead and decided to follow, our suggestion. By the way, my wife and I suggested that they give the vouchers to people when somebody buys the large pack, and that was a question, that was a suggestion that was actually received by the company very well, and they put it into action, and now it's part of the plan. Anybody that buys the large pack gets 10 free vouchers.
That's cool. That's cool.
So
I have a new uh, person on the line. If you say something, safe as Crow, you want to say hello or you have a question?
you have someone with you?
Yes, I don't know if it's
What's the name?
Cephas Crow.
Cephas Crow. Let me see. Cephas Crow. I don't see it.
CK.
Cephas, yes, there he is. Cephas Crow. I'm gonna ask him to unmute himself. Yeah, Cephas Crow. Is he from Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay. Cephas, if you can, go ahead and unmute yourself so we can say hello to you, my friend. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. Valence,
Yeah,
Edward
what's up?
Valence. How are you, brother?
I
I'm
am
from
sorry. How many Zoom meetings have I missed? I'm so sorry. Because I've been
Well,
busy with some things, I've been very distracted. I have ADHD and I've been very distracted by a lot of other things and some minor things like video
right,
gaming and stuff like that.
right,
YouTube streaming.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, Valence, let me ask you this question. Um, how long ago did you come in actually? How many months ago, weeks ago did you join?
I joined I don't know, around the I don't know. I don't remember.
Is it a couple of months ago, a month ago maybe?
Yeah, a couple of months ago.
Yeah, we do our Zooms every single week, and the beautiful thing about our team, Balance, is that we do Monday through Saturday, right? And then of course we do English, Spanish, we do Creole, we do French. We're gonna start doing the Tagalog. We're gonna do different languages every single week, Monday through Friday. Who is the person that invited you? Which team are you a part of? Are you with Coach Marie?
Hold on,
No,
hold on.
I did.
Yes, yes, him.
Richard Natulus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Richard, okay, Gina Tillis. Okay, perfect. You know what? You haven't missed a whole lot. Actually, we do this every single week. But what I did want to actually say to you is this, Balance. If you do have the ADD or ADDHD, um, the products that we have for the kids, the products that we talk about, which is the Genius line of products, it's not just for the kids. Actually, you can take those yourself because it's going to help you balance out the brain. It's going to help you balance out I would say the brain health and the gut health. Both two things. Your gut and your brain need to communicate properly, and that's basically what those products do. And if you want to, we can talk about this afterwards because I have to give you a specific explanation about what that does. But the thing is that Genius line of products is for people with ADD, ADDHD, autism, and different things like that. And it actually helps you within a week to a month. You actually start feeling a whole lot better with the attention that you actually are able to give to things because you're no longer in that nervous state anymore. You're now relaxed and you're able to function. So, Gene, you might want to talk to Balance about those
I will
products,
do. I
and
will.
hopefully
I
he can
will.
pick those up. They
Yeah,
already are.
I'll call him afterwards after this Zoom meeting. I'll call him
Okay.
afterwards.
And you know what though, Balance, they taste terrific, man. It's like a juice. They taste so good. You just put them on a bottle of water, you shake it, and you drink it all day. It's just a really good tasting, really good tasting. You'll like
All
it.
right.
You'll like it. Great. Cephas, did you already take yourself off mute?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir. Go right ahead.
Okay, I'm a new member and I had surgery not long ago and I take pain medications and it's really um, made me constipate. So I have problem like going to the bathroom regularly. So
Right.
how do I start using? I just got my package today, big package today, and I want to know how to start it and how to solve this problem.
Well, Cephas, you're in luck because the first thing that you're going to do right now is you're going to start what's called the detox line of products, right? The detox line, which is the tea, and then of course the Vitarin, Organex, and the Balance to help you with your kidney, liver, and your pancreas. Those are the 30 most vital organs, most important organs you got to take care of right away. But the tea is going to help you also evacuate everything from your stomach. The constipation is going to go away, and you're going to be able to also detoxify a lot of that medication they've been giving you. Fortunately, but yet also unfortunately, once the doctor starts putting you on a regimen of certain medications, they become habitual. And of course, they begin to affect and give you a secondary, feeling or a secondary effect, and a lot of people end up going back to the doctor and say, hey, doctor, this thing that you gave me, now I have this. And the doctor says, yeah, take this now so that you can get rid of that. And then you go back to the doctor and say, yeah, but that thing that you gave me this, but now you gave me that other medication, but now I got this other thing. So, it's actually, something that happens to a lot of people where they continuously are giving them more and more medication. So what you're doing is perfect because now that you become detoxified, you get rid of that medication from your system. And then, of course, now you're going to be able to go to the bathroom properly. But to take care of the pain problem, you need to take the Vitaldol. The Vitaldol gets rid of the pain. We're talking about within a half an hour. It really depends on, what kind of pain you're dealing with. I have friends that have something called lupus and fibromyalgia, and these ladies, they actually talk about pain in numbers. Cephas, I've never heard of people tell me in numbers their pain. And when you have that much pain and you got to talk about it in numbers, that means that's a serious deal. So one of my friends said, I used to be a 8 and 9 in my pain, but now that I'm taking your Vitadol, I'm now a number 2 and 3 in pain. I think that's great. She said, you know what? This is awesome because the pain is not as hard as it used to be. And that's
Since
with Vitadol. Don't forget Vitadol. That's the one you got to do after you finish your detox. Benny's going to explain to you exactly what I just said later on. So Benny,
Okay.
first the detox, then the Vitadol. Of course, you got to also nourish your body with some of the nourishing products that you have there.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir. You're going to be successful. Believe me. You're going to love it.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Great, great, great. Mimos, how are you, Mimos? Did you want to ask a question?
so what you start, you just put if you two small bottle of water and then you start drinking, okay? Drink it early in the morning. You can make your food and then you wait if
Okay, I didn't understand. Anyway, okay, so if anybody else has a testimony or a question, please go right ahead and ask it. If not, I want to thank you all. I really want to thank you all for being on this call. I'm really appreciating this time, and I want to let you know that being here in a different country, it feels the same as if I was back home. It's just that I just happen to be in a different country. I'm just happy to have you guys with me. I thank you all for sitting around this long. If you're brand new, please talk to the person that invited you. Let the person you know that invited you of your interest so that you can get started as quickly as possible and see if they may have a code for you so you can come in with the membership for free. Marie Noel, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Marie.
Yes, welcome back yet.
Yes,
Okay,
thank
I
you.
have one question. I have one question for you.
Yes,
When you're talking about the videos, how to get the videos? Because whatever you said, and I wrote it down on the computer,
mhm.
it doesn't give me the videos.
Can
If
you
you go somewhere and you want to play a video,
can you speak a little
and
louder? Can you speak a little louder? I can barely hear you. I'm so sorry.
okay, that's okay. Now you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. What was your question?
Okay, I would like you to repeat the word that you said or the link, how to get the videos. If you go somewhere that you're going to play a video and you just ask the system to play it. But I went to my computer and I put chat that vitalhealthglobal.com.
Yeah, no, it's bot, B-O-T, bot, like a robot, bot, B-O-T, vital
Okay.
vitalhealthglobal.com.
.com. Yeah, this is what I did.
Okay.
And
All right.
after that, I asked the question, and he said, I currently don't have access to specific videos about the company.
Okay, what does it say? I'm sorry.
He said, I don't currently have access to specific videos about the company.
Okay. The Vital Health robot actually, what it provides to you is information of any questions you may have regarding the program, regarding the pay plan, regarding the products, regarding the policies and procedures, or anything regarding the company. I don't know if it has videos. The videos that you need, they're in YouTube. If you go to YouTube, you can download the YouTube videos. Just type in the
Oh,
word, yeah, go to YouTube and type in the word Vital Health, and then of course it'll show a lot of different videos, or Vital Health Global, Vital Health Global on the YouTube search engine, and it'll bring a lot of videos that are there. Also, if you can please write this down, this would be greatly appreciated. Go
sure.
to go to uh, on your phone, download an application called an application called Telegram. If you go, if you download Telegram, once you have Telegram in your phone, type in the word Vital Health Global, and it'll show you all the different websites, or I'm sorry, people that have testimonies. In Spanish, there is hundreds of thousands of testimonies now of Vital Health Global. And then you can sometimes do the translation app on that, but they also have English. But I gotta tell you, lately in the Telegram, it's been taken over by all the Russians. There's so many Russian people, Ukrainian people, because we're in Europe now. So Ukraine, Europe, French. I mean, it's in all different languages. There's so many different testimonies in the Telegram app. And then, of course, you also want to go to the Vital Health in WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp, besides Telegram, type in the word Vital Health in WhatsApp, and it'll give you all the Vital Health different people that have different videos in there too. So there's many different ways. So that's the Telegram, WhatsApp, and also YouTube. That's a lot of really good sources there of information.
Okay, thank you so very much for the information.
You're very welcome, Marino. Thank you so much. Felicia Finn, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. I got a quick question. It's just my coworker who is I signed up not too long ago is a member. He just asked me, um, he wanted to know what will help with numbness in the fingers.
Yeah, that's bad circulation.
Exactly.
That's actually poor circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is actually a condition that has to do with the numbness in the fingers.
Mhm.
It has to do with the circulation in the body. In some cases, there's also been this, it's called drummer's fingers, where the fingers become big. They're like this big. They on the front, they become really big because of the lack of oxygen and blood in that extremity, right? So, it is a hemoglobin issue where the blood is not traveling there quite as much because he might be low on a blood count. So there may be different things that may be going on at the same time. But what I can say is if you do the nitro and also the Vasculax, the
Okay.
Vasculax, the Vasculax provides vein health, and the nitro provides what's called nitric oxide gas, which actually has more blood rush through the entire body so that it can get to the extremities, so that it won't be
Mhm.
numb anymore. So those two in combination will be great. Just only remember this, Felicia. Everybody that takes our products should first do the detox so that they
Yeah.
can clear out their stomach, their large intestine, small intestine. That's the
He,
key.
he did. He already did.
Okay, now
Because
have him take the Vasculites and of course the nitro, right, regularly with also the glutathione, so that he
okay.
can start the white blood cell production in his system, and then
Yeah.
those are in the blood as well.
Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. We can start with that. All right, Gina Tillis, go ahead, sir.
Um,
How are you,
thank you
Gene?
today for the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
As always, even how far you are, you don't care about it. You make sure we got this energy every week. Thank
That's
you.
right. That's right. We're here to help.
And my question to you, it was kind of similar to the last question that you just got from Mary. Is that Mary?
Yes, yes.
From Mary. But this one is for the extremity of the feet.
Oh, Felicia. Yeah, Felicia.
Felicia.
Yeah.
Yeah, from extremity of the feet.
Yes.
Is that the same thing we can apply?
Yeah, the extremities are the extremities, right? We're talking about the fingers, we're talking about the feet, the soles of the feet, the bottom of the feet. Um, the one thing I can say about the feet, right? Anything below in those low areas, I was told by one of our doctors that I actually was able to ask some questions because I have a friend of mine that has gout. Gout happens to be a condition that has people deal with a lot of uric acid, and that's something that's in their joints, right? and of course in the soles of the feet. But it has to do a little bit also with this because the extremities are also filled with this uric acid. So it really depends on what that person's dealing with. If you're talking about the soles of their feet, if they have a pain when they step on the floor and it feels like a sharp needles are going through the feet, it could be uric acid, not so much lack of, circulation down there. So they have to really analyze themselves. What is it that they're feeling, right? Because if they're stepping on the ground and they have like little needles, poking them in the bottom of their feet, that's a uric acid issue. It's not so much a lack of circulation. So I'm trying to say we need to identify first which one it is, right? But it could be, if it is the circulation, it's the same suggestion, the Vasculex and the nitro and the glutathione, of course, after the detox, which actually needs to happen. But for this friend that did have the situation with the gout, he was actually taking, the Vital Pro once a day. He was doing the Nitro, twice a day. He was doing also, he did the detox, and then he kept taking the Vitarin Balance and the Organex every single week. And then of course he started adding the Omega, which is very important. And then of course, besides the Omega, he also added, if I remember correctly, the glutathione into his regimen. And with that, he was actually 100%. In no time at all, the gout symptoms started to reduce. But what I'm saying is, it's a little different when you talk about the feet because it could be the gout because it's a different thing than just poor circulation. It has to do more with uric acid. So you have to ask them really what is it that they're feeling, in their feet.
Thank you, Dave.
You're very welcome, Gene. You're very welcome.
Thank
All
you.
righty, guys.
And also, I think I have a few people. I don't know if they are there. Let me just say hi to them. Kit Lee. Kit, are you there?
We have people
Y'all?
on the call. Yeah, folks on the call. Yeah. Do you know who they are?
Yes. I invite them.
Okay. Who are they? Do they have their name?
Kit Lee. I've seen Kit Lee, but she didn't put her last name. You have so many Kit Lee. Y'all, I know y'all because I see her number on the phone.
Oh, you see her
She's
number?
probably have some questions.
Okay. Kip, yeah.
But
If
if
you're
not, we
there,
pass.
go ahead and take yourself off mute, Kipley. Is it with the K, Kipley? Yeah. I
Y'all?
don't.
Kit Lee, y'all?
Yeah. I don't see her here.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. I don't see her. But yeah, if you have questions, any of you have any questions, just go ahead and turn off your mute buttons and just go ahead and ask. But we always do this because we don't want to leave anybody with a question in their mind when they've heard this presentation, because you usually, you might want to clarify some things, or you might just want to know a little more about something, and we want you to be able to make a decision right away so you can talk to the person that invited you and let them know about your interest. And we do this all the time. It's not just today. So you can feel safe that next time you invite somebody to this call as well, they're going to get the same treatment, because that's what we're here for. We'd like to do the presentation within, 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour and 5 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes, because there's so much information.